Om Shanti. Good morning, Diamond Morning. Baba is always emphasizing for us to study. When one thinks of the power and effect of the study on the intellect, it's the way to charge the intellect, to empower the intellect, to stabilize the intellect. And that can be so helpful to us as we face the different scenes of the drama as it passes by throughout the day. Otherwise, there can be so many questions in the mind. Why it happened, it should not have happened, etc. And the next very intoxicating point is, who is teaching us? We would have never thought one day God would come and teach us like this. And why would he teach us? Because he would want us to become perfect, pure, equal to him. Because this, what we do at this time, is so related to the future reward. So let's listen to Baba's sweet versions of the 19th of September 2022. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, you are once again studying Raja Yoga. God is teaching you once again. And you are studying in order to claim a kingdom. Constantly remember your aim and objective. Question. What preparations are you children now making in great happiness? Answer. You're now preparing to shed your old bodies in great happiness and go back with the Father. You have to practice this here so that you can shed your bodies in remembrance of the Father alone and not have to choke at that time. Your student life is a carefree life. Therefore, become choke-proof. And the song of Baba's Murli. Hey, traveler of the night, do not become weary. The destination of dawn is not far off. Om Shanti. You spiritual children are studying. When student studies, he knows. When a student studies, he knows what he is studying. He knows who is teaching him, what his aim and objective is, and what the attainment is. He knows all of that very well. All of you now know that you are changing from human beings into deities. At this time, you become Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Brahma. What are you studying? Raja Yoga. You understand that you are studying Raja Yoga once again. Other students wouldn't say that they are studying once again. Here, you children have the faith that you are once again studying Raja Yoga, which you also studied 5,000 years ago. Only you have this knowledge. God has come and is teaching you once again. This is no small matter. You children also know that there is only one God, but many devotees. This proves that there is one Father and many children. Everyone accepts that the Father is the Creator. The creation receives the inheritance from the Creator. A question was asked last night about how the Father can be recognized. Very interesting question. How the Father can be recognized. The Father himself says, I have made you my children. This is why you are able to sit in front of me. I am once again changing you from humans into deities. I am teaching you Raja Yoga, through which you will become Lakshmi or Narayan. Your aim and objective should remain in your intellects. It is in your intellects that when it was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan, there was only one kingdom over the whole world. Therefore, your children should sit and explain the pictures to show what you are studying. This is our aim and objective. When a child is studying at school, his parents are aware of what he is studying. You are studying here to claim the kingdom once again. Therefore, you should also tell your friends and relatives that you are studying Raja Yoga in this Gita Pashana, through which you will become the kings of kings. Elderly, young, and old, and children all come here to this school. Elderly, young, and children all come to this school. This is a wonder. This does not usually happen in a school, which is why this is called a satsang, a spiritual gathering. All go to a satsang. None of those who go to a satsang would say, we are going to study Raja Yoga. This is not God who is teaching them. It is not God who is teaching them. God himself is teaching you. These pictures should be put up in every home. Explain to whoever comes, your mother, father, friends, and relatives, that this is what you are studying. This study is very easy. The name is very easy. Knowledge and easy Raja Yoga. King Janak received knowledge and became liberated in life in a second. People say, we want to receive knowledge like King Janak did. Knowledge that can be acquired whilst living in our households. The study is very elevated. You have to change. And how do we have to change? From humans into deities. The praise of the deities is so great, full of all divine virtues, 16 celestial degrees pure. This is the land of death. That is the land of immortality. The impure world is devilish, and the pure world is divine. In order to go to the pure world, you have to become pure. Lakshmi and Narayan were pure, but they no longer exist. This is an impure kingdom. You have to become pure once again. The picture of Lakshmi and Narayan is very good. Everyone loves Lakshmi and Narayan. This is why people build very big, beautiful temples to them. They only build small temples to Krishna, as though they are for small children, small temples for small children. Baba says they don't know that Lakshmi and Narayan become They don't know that Radha and Krishna become Lakshmi and Narayan. You can explain that 5,000 years ago, it became the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in Bharat. There aren't any pictures of anyone else. The Sun dynasty is very famous. There were the dynasties of Lakshmi and Narayan under Rama and Sita, and then the world became copper-aged and iron-aged. It is now the end of the Iron Age, and we are studying the same Raja Yoga once again. We studied Raja Yoga 5,000 years ago and claimed the kingdom. Surely they were completely viceless. They, of course, referring to the deities. The world has now become impure. Therefore, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul has come. They even sing, O Purifier, come. He is incorporeal. Krishna is a prince of the golden age. How could he come and purify anyone? Therefore, it has to be explained that no corporeal being can be called God. People of other religions believe God to be incorporeal. He is the liberator, the guide, and the blissful God, the Father. He is the remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness for all. When the Father removes sorrow, he must also be, when he removes the sorrow, what else does he do as a replacement? He must also be giving happiness. You can explain to your friends and relatives, etc., that there are many people out there who recite the Vedas and scriptures, whereas everyone here listens to the one. The Father says, only listen to me. God speaks, and so he would surely have to enter someone's body. It is also remembered that Brahmins were created through Brahma. You are Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. 5,000 years ago, Brahmins were created through the lotus lips of Brahma at the confluence age. And those Brahmins later became deities. We have now changed. How have we changed? We have now changed from Shudras into Brahmins, and we will later become deities. We are studying Raja Yoga once again. We also studied it a cycle ago. Then people will realize that you are speaking with great faith. God speaks. I make you into kings of kings once again. These words are accurately written in the Gita. By studying Raja Yoga, we claimed the kingdom. Then, in the Copper Age, Ravan's kingdom began. Ravan's kingdom is now coming to an end. And we are once again studying Raja Yoga. In other schools, they don't say that they are studying once again. This is only in the intellects of few children. Baba says, I have come once again. So why has he come? To teach Raja Yoga. The Mahabharata war took place at that time. The Pandavas used to listen to the Gita. You are spiritual guides. Oh, spiritual children, that is, spiritual guides, don't become tired. The Father says, God definitely speaks the Gita. These are the versions of God. You understand that you are studying Raja Yoga once again. And why are we studying Raja Yoga once again? Baba says, in order to attain the happiness of heaven. God is incorporeal. They celebrate Shiv Jayanti, which means that Shiva must have taken birth to do something. He would have given the inheritance. In the Golden Age, there were definitely the deities of the Sun dynasty. There are many in a dynasty, just as there were the dynasties of Edward I, the second, the third, etc. So it is the same there. You children can explain the pictures very well. This Brahma says, I am not God. The one who created me must be someone else. With whom did I study? If my guru were human, there would then be hundreds of thousands who studied with him. Would it only have been this one who studied? Where did all the rest of the followers go? These are the versions of God. He has explained the significance of this and has had these pictures made. Lakshmi and Narayan in their childhood were. This is a point that devotees don't really understand that much. Lakshmi and Narayan were in their childhood were Radha and Krishna. The God of the Gita says, I come cycle after cycle at the confluence of the cycles. There is no question of annihilation. You say that you are becoming deities once again. Shiv Jayanti is also remembered, but that didn't happen hundreds of thousands of years ago. The Father sits here and says, what he says, there is no essence in those scriptures, etc. Whilst you have been studying them, your degrees have decreased. There are now no celestial degrees left. The Father says, no one is able to meet me by performing devotion. I have to come. It is said that God will come in some form or the other. Krishna is a prince of the golden age, whereas Shiva is incorporeal. He must definitely have entered someone. He is the purifying, and so he must surely have come at the end of the Iron Age. It doesn't seem right for Krishna to exist in the Copper Age. The Father says, I only come at the Confluence Age. I fit in this boot which is Brahma Baba's body. Nothing can change in this drama. They've created so much confusion. This is why the question is asked. What is the question? Who is the God of the Gita? This is very essential. All the confusion arises because of that. Who is the one who transforms hell into heaven? Only the Father can carry out this task. Lakshmi and Narayan were very active. The Father says, remember me alone, and your sins will be destroyed in this fire of yoga. Not everyone will understand this. Some like this very much, but they do not have the courage to remain pure. The sapling of the deity religion is now being planted. Those who became Brahmins a cycle ago will, Baba says, those who became Brahmins a cycle ago are the ones who will become Brahmins again. No one except the Father can plant this sapling. Those who belong to the deity religion must definitely change from Shudras into Brahmins the mouth-born creation of Brahma. Otherwise, how could they become deities? The variety form image also has to be explained. Shiva too is shown above the top knot. They have removed Shiva and the Brahmin clan and just show the deities and the warriors. Baba is saying that he's referring to the picture of the Virag Sarup. The variety form image has also been explained. Shiva too is shown above the top knot. They have removed Shiva and the Brahmin clan and just shown the deities and the warriors. Is in the picture that the Brahmakumari's picture that they show Shiva at the top. So Baba is saying the variety form that they show is also in the form of Vishnu. The knowledge of how humans go around the cycle of 84 births has to be understood. No one else has this knowledge. The Father says, this knowledge disappears. It cannot continue all the time. Deities do not have the discus of self-realization. You have this. However, because you have not become complete, this symbol is portrayed as belonging to the deities. By spinning the discus of self-realization, by becoming pure as a lotus flower, by blowing the conch shell, you become deities. Shiv Baba is establishing the land of Vishnu through Brahma. These aspects are not in anyone else's intellect. God is teaching you, and you are becoming the masters of the world. Therefore, how happy should you be? A student life is the best, a life of study, and is a good, carefree life. Afterwards, people get trapped in the web. It is a web of so many types of sorrow. In the golden age, there is no such thing. Each soul leaves his body in happiness. In Ravan's kingdom, death takes place after choking. You're making many preparations in the consciousness that you are going to Baba. You are sitting here in order to shed your old bodies. Then, for 21 births, there will be no question of choking. You should not choke at all in this birth. You're changing from impure to pure. Stay in great happiness. Acha, it is good that you are going from here to the subtle region. You are becoming angels. You have been choking for half a cycle. You are happily preparing yourselves to go to Baba. You are becoming choke-proof here. There have been many sannyasis who left their bodies whilst just sitting somewhere, and there was dead silence all around. They think that they will merge into the Brahma element. However, no one goes there until the Father comes. Shiv Baba's treasure store, in brackets Bandara, is constantly full. It is said that all the sorrow and pain of those who eat from the treasure store are removed. Untimely death takes place here. Anyone who comes to the treasure store of Shiv Baba the Purifier will become pure. That is why this is called Brahma Bhojan, of which there is great praise. Very good yoga is needed. Food, Mama says, prepare food and eat it in a state of yoga, and you will make a great deal of progress. Very interesting point. Prepare food and eat it in a state of yoga, and you will make a great deal of progress. Such food will be filled with a lot of power. You receive a great deal of power if you eat in a state of yoga, and you will also remain healthy. Baba himself says, I eat in remembrance, as though Baba and I are eating together. Brahma Baba has given his experience here. However, I still forget Baba. The body has to be shed in remembrance of the Father alone. There should be no choking. You should practice in this way. When you stay in remembrance of Baba, what will be the benefit when you stay in remembrance of Baba? You receive peace and you also become healthy. The food becomes pure. There is the praise of your final stage. And that is, if you want to know about supersensuous joy, ask the gopis and gopis. The explanation in the picture of the tree is very good. The Trimurti and the cycle are also necessary. Day by day, your name will be glorified a great deal. Acha. Okay. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say, Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana, first point to practice for today. In order to remain constantly healthy, prepare and eat food in remembrance. At the time of eating, let there be the consciousness of eating with Baba. And that food will then be filled with strength. Second point. In order to become a deity, blow the conch shell and continue to spin the discus of self-realization. Make your life as pure as a lotus. And Baba's blessing for today. May you make the specialty of your Brahmin birth, your natural nature, and become an easy effort maker. Very lovely explanation. Someone born in a royal family reminds himself or herself again and again, I am a prince or a princess. Even through his or her action, Love says, even though his or her action may be ordinary, they do not forget the specialty of their birth. In the same way, your Brahmin birth is also a special birth. Your birth is elevated. Your dharma or religion is elevated. And your karma, your action, is elevated. When this greatness, your specialty, is in your awareness, in a natural way, you will become an easy effort maker. Souls who have a special life cannot perform ordinary actions. And the slogan for today, in order to remain double light, become a destroyer of obstacles. In order to remain double light, become a destroyer of obstacles. Om Shanti. Do have a very powerful day in Baba's sweet remembrance, thinking, who is studying? Who is teaching? I am the one who is studying, and God Himself is teaching me. Om Shanti.